Will Nova Scotia be the first province in Canada to ban social media for some kids? The provincial Liberals plan to introduce a bill that would ban children under 16 from using social platforms, saying it would prevent kids from accessing harmful content, which is leading to
higher rates of anxiety, depression, even suicidal ideation among kids.
But is a ban actually possible? Experts have warned about the mental health effects of social media on youth for some time. One neuroscientist we spoke to said children's brains are vulnerable since they're still developing. They're learning how to make decisions and weigh risk and reward. Their brains also aren't wired to process excessive rewards, so they don't have the mental mechanics to manage things like social media. You usually have to be over 13 to sign up for a social platform in Canada. One tech expert who worked on the legislation said bumping the age to 16 would ease youth into the digital world.
That's when they're starting to drive, that's when they're starting to become an adult.
Kids can't just walk into an R-rated movie or can't just buy harmful addictive products like cigarettes. The online world is still the Wild West.
Australia passed a similar law last year, and Norway is also working on it. And earlier this year, a government committee in Quebec recommended limiting social media use for kids under 14. But how realistic is it to implement?
You're talking about the government now needing to have a process to collect huge amounts of identification information, thus presenting other issues and risks, for example, around cybersecurity and privacy.
Enforcement is also tricky. The bill would hold social media companies responsible for enforcing age restrictions, which so far haven't been strict. For most apps, you just need to pick a birthday and sign up. If companies fail to comply, they would be hit with a daily fine of $250,000. Post said these companies have technology to better regulate their apps and comply with age restrictions, but they'll likely avoid doing so because it's not as profitable.
If enough countries around the world and regions like Nova Scotia do this, they have enough pressure, they have to.
What other questions do you have about social media bans around the world? Let us know in the comments.